All right. Crap. I need a new laptop. Something's up with it. I keep it like plugged in all the time, but for some reason it's just stuck at 47% battery, and I'm kind of
Oh
concerned.
wow.
Why? Why
No,
it's
that's
just
pretty bad. That's
waiting
pretty.
there.
I have this like setup um that like for whatever reason, like these two monitors, they
Yeah.
like disconnect all the time. It's crazy, dude. It'll be like every like 3 to 4 minutes, it's just like doom shuts off and then like 15 seconds later it comes back on, but it's so annoying, bro. So
I
like
need to
but
get
then
a new US.
if I just have it like this, like without those screens, it stays on, obviously. But dude, it's so annoying.
I need a new like USB dock. I have all these things plugged in, but this thing sucks, and it's so like dusty here that like no matter what I know, like I'm next to a window, it's like dust like gets
Oh,
into the ports and it messes it up.
yeah.
I don't know. All right, we can get going. I'm just trying to bring up the stats. ESPN app website sucks.
I know, right?
Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Sideline. My name is Rich,
My name's Asher Hire.
and we. I don't know when was the last time. It was probably months at least, maybe even longer.
Yeah. I mean, did we even do one? We didn't do one after the Bills game.
No,
I
I
don't
think
even
both of
think
us were out of town or something.
what?
I think both of us were out of town, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
that, I
Um,
think, but neither of us were.
I was at the game, thankfully, that I chose
Oh well,
that
that's why.
game
Yeah,
to.
that's why you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We did one after. No, we did one after the regular season ended, right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. Or did we do one? I'm trying to like the Jaguars game. Did we talk about that Jaguars game?
I don't
I
know.
I don't even know, to be honest. It's been a long time.
Maybe. Oh no, we talked about doing one because no, we did do. Because I remember you said that you were going to be at the game, so I feel like we did one
Mm.
after Wild Card Weekend because we figured out who they were going to be playing, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because I think I was talking about like trying to keep Allen in the pocket or something. Dude, I can't even remember. uh, that sounds right though to me.
Sounds very familiar. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, we're gonna start off by talking about the Broncos because the season is done. Um, and then we're gonna go into the Nuggets a little bit. But the Broncos season, it ended in a weird way because I didn't know how to feel going into the game. I didn't know how to feel during the game. I didn't really know how to feel after the game, and I still don't really know how to feel now. The main feeling that I have is that I feel cheated. That's
Yeah.
how that's how I feel. I feel cheated. How do you feel?
Same thing, man. I mean, it's like there's different ways to look at it that I've been like bouncing back in my head of like, oh, the Broncos, are a year early, I guess. Like we weren't expecting this. Sure, like coming into the year, we definitely thought we had a shot at the division, but I wouldn't say like Super Bowl, I guess. But then you also think of the Patriots, and it's like that's the same expectations for them, if not even lower, coming in the season. Um, and it is a year with no Lamar, no Mahomes, no Burrow. Um, I know like we beat the Bills, which I think is probably the most impressive win that any team has had in the playoffs. Either that or the Seahawks win against the Rams. Um, and like I don't know that to win that game where it just feels so huge, like it really feels like either it's like Denver and Buffalo and Jacksonville at the time playing like the three best football coming into that game, and to beat the Bills who were, just a lot of people's picks to win it all, and probably better than the Patriots, and to end in a loss to the Patriots with just, I mean, obviously the Bo Nix, everything like that, the snow. I mean, Jesus, dude, what a nightmare of a day. I was driving. It was awful, bro. I was at the X Games that weekend, and I was driving back
Oh,
on.
that's what, yeah.
I was driving back on Sunday. My plan was to like watch the first half somewhere in like Edwards or Vale or something like that on the way back. And then my girlfriend was going to drive for the second half and I would like watch it on my phone. We watched the first half. Um, I'm sorry, it was the other way around. I was going to watch the second half somewhere. So I'm driving for the first half, and the snow that's about to hit Denver is coming over us. Oh, you know, in the mountains and everything like that. Uh, this was a stupid decision to make, but we went over Loveland Pass, which like you just
Oh
shouldn't do when
Jesus.
it's about to like blizzard. But it was like, dude, it was saying it was 40 minutes faster. I'm like, dude, like, should we just do it? So we did it, and oh my god, bro, like that was one of the worst decisions probably I ever made in my life because like, first of all, all the connection went out, so I couldn't even watch the game. But like, I was mad about that, and then the snow started coming down, um, and oh my god, bro, like. There was at one point there was a blizzard all in front of us. Like every car had to stop, but you couldn't see the car in front of you. That was like 10 feet in front. We got out of the car. I like put my hand in front of my face. I can't even see my hand. But like the snow and it's so windy and
Oh my
so
God.
blizzardy. It was like the most snow and wind I ever seen. The drive from Aspen to Denver took 7 hours for us. Absolutely
Oh my
miserable.
God.
Yeah, absolutely miserable. And during the midst of that is this god awful game that like pretty much just simulate like the exact drive I was having was like this game. Like just ugly. Oh my god, bro. That yeah, that was terrible. But I mean, the other thing that makes me mad is like you hold I know it was snowing for the second half, but you hold the opposing quarterback to 86 yards and you lose. Like, bro, how is that possible?
This
I
felt
don't
like a 2020 or 2021 Broncos game where it's just like there's just absolutely nothing going on offense. You can't run the ball. You can't throw the ball. The defense is doing everything in its power to help. The only reason the other team scores is because the offense handed them the ball, and you still end up losing. And it's like I can't feel like mad because yeah, not only obviously Bo being out, that is the other thing that I want to talk about. That was the most emotional whiplash I've ever felt. I think legitimately in my entire life. I was so happy. That was like one of the best days that I've had in so long because in the morning, Saturday morning of the Bills game, I went to I went to a bridal shower. One of my best friends, he's getting married. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I saw all my old friends, like such a good day. Then we took a break, and during the break, I was watching the Broncos game, and I was like, okay, cool, we win. I'm so happy. Like I'm like, yes, this is great. We're all going out later tonight. Like it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be in a great mood as we're driving, and I'm gonna get in and out because in El Paso there's no in and out. So I was like, oh my god, this is
Oh
awesome.
man.
Broncos win, and I get in and out. We're driving to in and out, and I get the notification. I'm like, this has to be a joke. Like this can't be real. Like there's no way this is real. Then everything keeps coming in. I'm like, oh my god. And then even then leading up to the game, I'm like, I think we're gonna win because Sean Payton was talking like Jared Stidham
I
was
know.
Drew Brees. So I was
I
like, oh, we're
know.
gonna win.
I
It's gonna
know.
be fun. We're going to be great. And I honestly do believe, I mean, Denver, and it showed they matched up way better defensively against New England than they did against Buffalo because the offensive line was much worse. They don't have Josh Allen at quarterback. They don't have a running game. Like everything was lining up for like an insanely good game to happen in Denver's favor. Um, but that fumble, whatever, I still don't think it was a fumble. Like I know why it was ruled a fumble, but I still don't think it was a fumble.
You know
I
what
think it's
it
a dumb
is?
rule.
You know what it is? It's the same exact thing that happened to Bo Nix when he pitched it back to Javonte Williams and they called that a
Yes.
forward pass. He's throwing it forward. It is like it's whatever, but the momentum of how he's running makes it
Yeah.
so that the ball lands behind him. But he's obviously pushing it, and obviously Bo Nix was pushing it backwards. But the
Yeah.
momentum just carries the ball, and that's exactly what happened on that. And it's just so like, I
It's
mean,
a
it
dumb rule.
just God.
It's such a stupid rule. I can't believe that that rule like exists. But anyway, like leading into like I wasn't nervous. Like for the Bills game, like after I got back from the bridal shower, like I was nervous. Like my heart was pounding. Like leading into the game, like I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then, but like for this game, like I wasn't nervous at all. I was like, okay, they're playing, cool. Sunday came in. I went to a friend's house, cool. Like literally, I didn't feel anything.
Same.
So I was just like,
The
that's
same.
never happened to me before for any sort of big game, especially not one where if you win, you're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And yeah, now, a week later, it's just like, if Denver just has Bo, if they just have him, or if they have Dobbins or Franklin or Troy or Pat Bryant, like I still think they win if they have like other offensive players, but there's just too many injuries. Um, and it just sucks. And honestly, it's probably good they didn't win because they would have got completely just blasted by Seattle. Like Seattle would absolutely like 43-8 would look like a competitive game if this Broncos
Oh,
team, without how injured they are,
yeah.
played in the Super Bowl. But I
No,
don't know. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I had the same feeling. It was like, I mean, we pulled over to watch the end of the game, and it was that pick by Stidham, and it's just like, bro, like, what am I even really like watching right now, bro? Like, and to put any like sort of emotions into that game, it feels worse now a week afterwards for me. Like, just to just kind of think about the whole thing and
Mhm.
to, knowing that the Super Bowl is actually here now, like I didn't couldn't really comprehend that that was for the Super Bowl when there's no legitimate offensive plays being run by either team. It's like, how can you even get nervous when you
Yeah,
just see that it's a handoff every single time? Um, Man, and then so yeah, I mean, watching that like that last 3rd and 6, I would be like completely shaking in my boots, whatever, if it was like a real like sort of environment or
yeah,
like game with
yeah,
our
yeah.
guys healthy and everything like that. But they had that 3rd and 6 with like a minute left, and I'm like, regardless
It
of if
doesn't
they
matter.
get it or not, right? Like
Yeah,
Will Lutz is not going to make. Oh, I mean, the fact that that was blocked, I didn't even realize it was blocked until like the end of the game. That just added on to
yeah,
like the God, bro. Like, what am I? Just tough. And I guess they couldn't see that they were 7 yards closer to the offensive lineman instead of 8 on a typical field goal.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and it just stinks that it ended like that, but it is what it is, and it's like I genuinely do think I know people say like in football you can't, like, you do really have to take it year by year. You can't like look forward to next year or whatever, but I don't know. I kind of think you can. Like the Chiefs have, they got exponentially better throughout. Like I feel like teams can
Yeah,
improve, especially young
you can.
teams.
You
Obviously, you
definitely
have to
can.
look at, the lucky games in there, quote unquote. So I mean, Denver definitely did have a lot of those. The Bears also are like a candidate for these type of regression teams next year with, just looking at the Chiefs and all their luck variance last year, coming in and then losing all of them this year. But it did always seem like the Chiefs, they're kind of declining. It seems like the Broncos and the Bears are, climbing, and each quarterback is getting better. And so I do think both those teams will be back next year. I mean, obviously we have a lot of cap space coming into this year. Hello,
Yeah,
George Pickens, Jerry Jones. I know he's going to franchise tag him, but that would be insane
yeah,
if we got him. But there's plenty of other weapons out there too. Um,
yeah.
I want to bring it.
There's a lot. I mean, like in terms of free agency, for me, like that's what I was gonna say. I'm like looking forward to next year. The expectations we had for this season were weird. Like you said, we thought that this could be a division champion team, right? Because you knew the Chiefs were going to regress a little bit. I was not confident in how their offense was, but it's still the Chiefs. So you're thinking, okay,
Right.
Chiefs are probably going to win the division, but Denver has a chance to take it over. If they're good, they're peaking at the right time, they could take it. I didn't expect 14-3 is insane, and realistically, they could have gone 15-1. The only like real game
I
they
know.
lost was the Jaguars one. Like that's the only real game they lost. And yeah, there are all the one score games. Like the Giants game was a game that they probably should have lost, but they ended up winning. But say that Denver just wins in Indianapolis and in LA. Like that's a fifth, like that's a 16-1 team. Like
Uh,
that is ridiculous. Um, this is a really, really good team. And we had our issues with Sean Payton earlier in the year, but I think as the year went on, we kind of understood his vision for the team. We understood what he was trying to do. Yes, he had some issues. He probably cost Denver the game by going for it on fourth down, but I also saw something later where it was like, listen, in a game like that, when defenses are standing on their heads, that was the closest Denver got to scoring a touchdown after the first drive, like
Dude,
by far.
the
So
other
if you have a chance to go for it, go for it. And I understand that sentiment. So
and the other thing about that play too is like Sean Payton won't say it. Like the players sucked on that play, dude. The offensive line was terrible on that play. I mean, you have two guys screaming in there in like 0.2 seconds. It's not like Quinn Miners is not even close to blocking the guy. I mean, he had a horrific game.
yeah,
Really not a great season. I know he made the All-Pro team. He was
I was
much better last year. He really was not. The running game is awful, and he's supposed to be this mauler in the run game, right? Him and Ben Powers. I mean, just not great in the interior at all. Um, but like him and another guy missed their block. And the guys just got it. Like the play, no, it what's this? Lil Jordan Humphrey actually gets open at the end of the play.
mhm,
If you like watch it back and Stidham could have thrown it, if he had any sort of time, Lil Jordan Humphrey's wide open, not in the flat, but he does like a little hook route, like
yeah,
3 yards down the field, and he's actually open. But with those two guys screaming in there, I mean, it's just like fourth down in an AFC Championship game, and Miners just isn't ready for the moment. It's your All-Pro guard. It's just insane to me. And then he gets torched by Barmore later on in the game for a
yeah,
huge sack. Um, whatever, dude.
yeah.
Uh,
It was. I think this game you could see how important Bo is
yeah, I
uh,
know.
with that offensive line. We had been like we had discussed this before. You know, the offensive line is praised as one of the best in the league, and I do think when it comes to pass blocking, they are good. But as a run blocking unit, oh my goodness, they're just not good. Like straight up, they are not a good run blocking unit. And you can see how much Bo helps in the run game and in the pass game with the offensive lineman in that game as well. And that was just really unfortunate. It's at the worst possible timing for an injury because even Bo said he's like, well, it'll be like 4 to 6 weeks and then I'll be back and I'll be good. In his press conference that he had on Wednesday, and I'm like, 4 to 6 weeks, that happens at the beginning of the year, you're good. That's the Brock Purdy injury, but happening in the divisional round in the playoffs, like, holy cow, it was just rough. But I mean, this is a Denver team, and there are such clear avenues for improvement. Like, this isn't like a contender, like the Lions last year or the Lions or 2 years ago, right? Where it's like, where are you supposed to improve? You have a ton of money tied up in your quarterback. You have a ton of money tied up in a couple guys on offense, and you're gonna have to pay Aiden Hutchinson. So where do you put the money to help when you don't have a lot? Denver has a lot of money, and they have very, very clear holes to fix. You go get a receiver, an actual receiver, whether you go and pull the trigger on a Jalen Waddle trade again, or you figure out a way to get George Pickens, or you do something, or you trade up in the draft to go get one. You get a tight end, you add another running back, and you improve the interior offensive line. Like it's so simple. I mean, not simple, but like it's very obvious what the flaws of this team are. And once they get fixed, and I do think there's a chance that they can get fixed in this offseason, Denver's going to be the best team in the AFC again next year. And I don't think I don't think it's a stretch to say that.
Yeah, and I think these guys know. Like, I really love the offseason that they had last year. We came
Yeah.
in thinking we need a safety, we need a linebacker, we need a running back, and a receiver. The only thing that they didn't get out of that is a receiver, and it came back to
Mm.
bite them this year. But now we know. I mean, like Sutton too is just not great, but whatever.
Yeah. We
I
have
wanted to
conflicting
talk about.
feelings on Sutton. Like
Yeah,
both
I
of us,
know.
like we like him, but he's just not a number one. But like there are games where he is a number. Like it's so weird. He's such a
Well, I really
very
don't
odd
think.
player.
Like. I really don't think that they like used him that well.
Mm.
Like the Texans game, he torches Stingley. Like you don't like receivers don't just do that. Like you have to be a really. I know Booty did the
Yeah.
same thing, but it's not like he got as open as Sutton. He just made a ridiculous
Yeah.
catch. But like just the deep, there weren't deep balls down the field. It was so much slant, hitch, and he really doesn't have the hands for that. Like he's more of a body catcher, and for the slants to come in hot, you need really good hands. Um, and he just really doesn't. And I feel like I don't know, he was just used too much in that way rather than throwing the ball deep down the field. At the same time, other than Pat Bryant late in the season, there weren't really any other guys like that. And Sean Payton loves those slants and everything. So he had to
Mhm.
choose the guy with like the theoretical best skill set, and that's Sutton. And the Broncos really don't have anybody else that can do that dirty work in the middle of the field other than Pat Bryant, hopefully. And then he gets injured every single game going down the stretch. So that was tough. But I wanted to like talk. I guess the coaching like stuff around the Broncos and like the division is interesting. Like obviously he fires Joe Lombardi, which was pretty unexpected, I would say, because Lombardi's been like his right hand man and everything like that for a while. And obviously he doesn't call the plays, so it's kind of interesting that he chose to do that. But then obviously you've got Davis Webb taking all these interviews with everybody else, and so now it seems like Webb is going to get promoted to OC, hopefully. Um,
Mhm.
Also, Vance Joseph seemed like he was really going to get a head coaching job, and he's not. He's literally just not going to, and so he'll be back as the Broncos defensive coordinator. I don't, I don't really know how to feel about that, considering Jim Leonard being hired as the defensive coordinator with the Bills. I kind of would have preferred him over Vance, if I'm being honest. Down the stretch, that defense was not great, man, and like the plan, the defensive game plan, and everything was like it's like he doesn't adjust for the teams that you're playing. He's just too aggressive every single game, and he doesn't really adjust for who you're actually playing. I feel like, um, but so I don't know. And then also the Chargers getting Mike McDaniel, I feel like is really scary.
Yeah, like them getting I think they fired Lombardi a little late, and I understand they were behind the eight ball in terms of just being able to go get someone because they were still playing. So like you're not gonna fire your offensive coordinator at the end of the year if you're the one seed, obviously. So they had to wait a little bit to do it. I would have loved McDaniel would have been awesome if Denver could have figured out a way to get him, but him and Herbert is like legitimately a horrifying sight. Like that is going to be.
They're dude,
I
if
mean,
they
they
can
have to
get
add receivers and they have to bolster
exactly.
up the offense, but that's going to be bad because he knows how to use quarterbacks and knows how to get the most out of them. But yeah, I think Davis Webb coming in, it's just going to be interesting because Sean Payton is such a play calling guy. And I saw another report too, it was either Rappaport or Schefter. Sean Payton wanted Joe Brady as his offensive coordinator. He was talking with Joe Brady about bringing him and maybe giving him off play calling duties. And so, is he going to be willing to give that up to Davis Webb this upcoming year? I don't
It'll be
know.
interesting. I think he should, man. I honestly think Sean's best role is GM and like leader, like player
Yeah,
personnel
yeah.
and culture and things like that. And the play calling, I know you said that we saw the vision or whatever, but it happened too late. And there's
It did.
way too
Yeah.
many games of just terrible play calling, man. And that's just not I don't think that's I feel like that's him. That's just who he's gonna be.
Mm.
And if he's willing to be open to giving up his play calling duties, I think that says a lot about like where his mindset is right now, about himself, his care. Like that would just I feel like be a really like substantial thing, considering it's Sean Payton, who seems like he's all about himself.
And I mean, any time, either whether it was last year or this year, when Denver's offense was struggling, reporters would ask him, "Hey, are you considering giving up play calling? Is play calling going to go to Lombardi? Is going to go to Webb? Like, what's going to happen with it?" He was always like, "No, no, I got it." Like, he was always very arrogant about keeping it to himself. The fact that it's a legit possibility that he could give it up, and that he's firing one of his best friends in Joe Lombardi, like that
Yeah.
is a big sign that he at least knows a little bit about what to do. And I do think part of it is because he understood the personality, understood the limitations that the team has. He knows they can't run everything at all times, especially later in the year when Franklin and Bryant aren't playing the final like 3 games of the season. Like he gets it, he understands that. So he was running what he knew would was like the safest option while being able to win because you could tell in those late season games, whether it was the Raiders, whether it was the Chiefs the second time, the Chargers last game of the season, like they weren't playing to like to win. They were just playing to control the game. They knew they were going to win. But like, hey, let's just control the game. Let's just get like in the lead, and we'll lean on our defense, and we're going to be fine. But I think he knows, hey, once this offseason comes in, we get some more weapons in, we make it easier for anybody to be able to call the plays, then I'm going to be able to focus on helping the entire team rather than just on the offense. And then we'll see. Because I know I see the term on Twitter right now that CEO head coach, CEO head coach. And I think Sean Payton is like exactly that. He wants to be able to control everything as much as possible. But I also think he's very good at it. Like, and
Yeah.
he's proven that he is very good when he has a say in everything that's going on. He knows the personnel. He knows what team he wants to build. And this is a dude who has, like, this is a championship Hall of Fame coach who's going to be able to build a successful team if he has enough say in it. So we'll see. I think, I mean, all signs are pointing to Davis Webb getting the offensive coordinator job. I saw Mike Klis said like that they're doing these interviews just to kind of say they're doing the interviews. But it's going to be Davis Webb. Jim Leonard leaving sucks. I was really, really hoping Denver was going to be able to keep him because he's awesome, and I do think I think he's a huge reason why Pat Surtain has developed the way he has, and why Denver's secondary has been so good. And we'll see. I mean, they drafted two corners last 2 years, Chris Abrams-Draine and Jahdae Barron. How are those guys going to develop without Leonard there as the DB's coach and secondary guy? So we'll see. It's an interesting thing, and it's what happens with every good team. When you're good, your coordinators are going to get poached. It's just how it works.
Just stinks that we don't get a pick for it.
I know, yeah. Vance leaving would have been good for the pick.
Yeah.
I'm like weird on Vance, man, because like he knows what works, but like you say, he doesn't adjust very well. He did a better job this season adjusting, but it still wasn't enough. Like the Jaguars game was like, oh my god.
And
like,
the Bills, and the Bills
really
game too, really.
And even the Bills game, yeah, putting up 30 points. And I understood like they were a little limited personnel wise, like they just don't have enough beef to match up with run heavy teams like that. But at the same time, like you had a week knowing that, and it didn't seem like they adjusted until the second half. So,
well, they literally, they could not stop it. Anything like the run game. It was just the takeaways. I mean that's really what won the game.
They either scored or Denver turned them over. That was literally all that happened. That one of those guys who made the turnover, Jaquan McMillan. That's going to be a big underrated story. I mean, a lot of the story is going to be who Denver's adding, but there's two guys who Denver could lose. I don't think they're going to lose McMillan, but he's a restricted free agent. He was making pennies based on what his production has been over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do with him, but John Franklin Myers is also another guy who's going to get a lot of money somewhere else. I don't think Denver's going to be able to retain him, considering they drafted Savion Jones, Q Robinson to take over that spot. Anyway, knowing that they weren't going to be able to pay him. Those are two dudes who, if Denver loses one or both, like that's going to be a big problem, and they're going to have to rely on these draft picks. So, underrated storyline leading up to it. So, don't be surprised Denver drafts a lot of defenders again.
Yeah,
which is going to be annoying, but it could happen. Depending on what they do with free agency and trades. So, we'll see. But that's all we got for Broncos. We'll see what I think. We'll see what happens in a couple of months after the combine. Once the draft comes in, and I think we're gonna have a little more of an idea of what this team is gonna look like. But we have starting to get more of an idea what the Nuggets look like. Finally, after a month of some of the worst, not the worst, but some of the toughest basketball I think I've ever had to watch. Specifically the last like 2.5 weeks. It has just been brutal. But we got saved. Jokic back yesterday and was back like he never left. It looked I don't understand how this guy's real. 31, 12, and 5 in 25 minutes.
Dude, yeah.
Just an unbelievable performance. And the way that it looked, I mean, I was really looking to see how Peyton Watson in this new confidence, in this new game that he has is going to look when Jokic comes back. And I thought it looked pretty damn good.
I liked how they kept using him in a lot of like on-ball actions, like at the top of the key and then screening. He's just so like his handle, man, his handle's really good. He's fast, like he's got a quick first step, and when you're that long and you have a quick first step, like he can just lay it over anybody or whatever. His finishing at the rim has been amazing, and then obviously, I mean, dude, his shooting, obviously, like it,
Mm.
it's just like nothing. I feel like I've just like said everything possible in like the ways that to score for him, and like that's what he's doing. He's scoring at all three levels, and at a really efficient mark. Like, um, it's crazy, man. A guy who used to go from being left open on corner threes, like wide open corner threes, is now like having this quick release on like 29 footers from way up beyond the basket. Um, Absolute insane growth, and for it to only happen and really ever since Jokic went down. Um,
Yeah.
let's hope he continues it. But yeah, I still really like the way that he looked, even when he was out there like with Jokic last night.
Mhm.
Um, his passing too is like really good in the pick and roll. I feel
Yeah.
like he hits the
Yeah.
roll
His
guy really well.
playmaking. His
Yeah,
playmaking really showed yesterday, and I think it was good because he knows like Jokic is in like I don't have to do all of this scoring or all this on-ball stuff. He had a play. I think it was either Jonas was in or if it was Jokic, but it was a pick and roll, and he like looked off to the wing before hitting. Like he did like a jump pass, but he looked to the wing before hitting the big man underneath the rim. And it was like a
yeah,
perfect like
I remember that.
that two man. He was a plus 22.
Yeah. I
Like
know.
that's nuts. He has been so good over the last month. It's been unbelievable. And like everyone keeps saying, "Oh, Denver paid the wrong guy. They paid the wrong guy." There's no way you could have known this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's no he did like there weren't even like there were like flashes of this happening because you knew he was talented. You knew like in high school and everything, like he was a ball handler. That was 5 years ago now for Peyton Watson. Like you are not thinking about, oh, this dude flashed this in high school, like he's gonna be able to do it now. Like you have to see what he's done in his NBA minutes, or at the very least his G League minutes. But even then, that's 4 years ago now. Like this is a dude who in this offseason has clearly put in so much work and so much practice in his handle, in his jumper, in his touch at the rim. He was such a horrible finisher last season, and he's been great at the rim this season. It's still not perfect, but it's such an improvement. And he's at the level. I think I texted this to you 2 weeks ago. Like he's at the level where Denver has to do whatever they can to keep him. You cannot let him walk out the door. This was always the plan with Peyton Watson. You drafted him. This is like he averaged 3 points a game in college, and you traded up in the first round to get him. I understand it was Calvin Booth, like it's a different front office, but Ben Tenzer was still there. He was part of that decision making process. You drafted him to develop him if on the slim chance he could become this, and now when he actually does develop and turns into this, you can't let him walk out the door. You just can't. There's no way. They have to do whatever they can to keep him.
And
I think
this
that's what they're
is
going to try and do this season or the trade deadline to get rid of Strother, Tyson, Zeke. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they are going to even be able to do it. How much they'll be able to do, especially with AG's injury. Like they need some size, so I don't know if
yeah.
Zeke's going to be able to go, but they need to free up room because they need to keep him. And if he's going to look like this with Jokic, obviously there's still a lot of season to go. But it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be so fun to see how this team is when they're fully healthy. I'm so excited to see it.
And dude, this is just the start, dude. Like this is like something serious, bro. Like
Yeah.
with really like serious potential. I mean, there's some, shot like at the end of the game when he's been closing pretty much as like the main him and Murray is like the main scorers, and he's got the ball at the top of the key, and it's like a ISO like camera shot on him, and like he just got the look on his face that he's really here. Like he's there to like
Mhm.
really score one on one in the clutch. And you can't say that about many like players in the NBA. And so yeah, you're right. I mean, the great thing is like you can match his uh any team's contract or whatever with the bird rights, and there's ways that the Nuggets can like avoid the tax penalty if they make a little like trade of Hunter Tyson for a second round pick or something like that, or Deron Holmes. I saw this mock trade of Deron Holmes for Precious Achua,
Yeah.
who's getting a really tiny contract, and I think you would have to like pay Holmes more next year than you would Achua this year. and obviously Achua's a proven player. Uh, so I mean, there's ways that you can like duck a penalty, I think, and be able to keep Watson in the
Yeah,
offseason.
there are ways, and I know they're already trying to figure it out how they do it. I know they're trying to get Zeke's contract off the books. Um, which is fun. Like Zeke was actually playing well, and now with AG's injury, you're thinking like, okay, can we even afford to lose him? But I think they would rather play Spencer Jones. I think Spencer Jones, he's obviously a better
Yeah,
rebounder, he's a better shooter, he's a
yeah.
better, more versatile defender. Like you would rather keep Spencer Jones. Um, Spencer Jones had a weird game. I mean, he only had 4 points yesterday, but he had 6 rebounds. He's stealing a block. He had like a bunch of really good hustle plays, which is what I think his role is best contained in. I mean, over the last month or so, he's been like a legit 3-and-D guy, but you know, whenever they do convert him into a full-time roster spot, like he's gonna be playing like 5 to 10 minutes a game just for energy reasons at the end of quarters, like just trying to make a spark happen, which is what he is best at. And now he has proven he's like a capable, that he's like a legit shooter. Like he's like a good shooter, which is hilarious because he has the most disgusting form I've ever seen. He's like if Michael Kidd Gilchrist was like a good shooter, like that's what he is,
Yeah. And
which
it's
is
like
hilarious.
if his release was like sped up like 2 times as fast. He
Yeah,
somehow gets that shot up like so quickly, dude. I feel like
he
he
shoots
just
it through
catches it.
contests and everything. Like
Yeah, I
it's
know.
not just corner shots. It's on the wing. It's top of the above the break stuff. Like he's a legit shooter and he's a legit player. And that's it's gonna be someone that Denver is gonna have to rely on in the playoffs. Um, but man, like the way that the offense just looked. I mean, they walked into 122 points, still missing 3 starters. Like they
Yeah,
are still not healthy.
yeah.
Injury report came out that Christian Brown is doubtful for Sunday, which means that he's probably going to come back a game or two before the All Star break, and then you know just knock the rust off a little bit, give him time to heal again, and then he'll come back. And that's why I'm at this point. I probably just hold him out until the All Star break, but I mean, who knows? But I saw something that was hilarious on Jokic yesterday. He said he didn't play 5-on-5 before coming back. He just did his on-court workouts, he did his rehab. Maybe he did 3-on-3. He's like, yeah, I feel good. And then he came back and he walked into 31, 12, and 5. What?
Yeah.
Nuts. He's unbelievable talent. And that's without even talking about Jamal Murray, 20 points, 9 assists. I'm sure he
Right.
was so happy. Like he's probably the happiest guy on the planet to see Jokic back.
For real, dude. Oh my God.
The amount of pressure that he has been seeing game after game after game for a full month now is unbelievable. And he's navigated it insanely well. Like his averages have gone up and his efficiency has stayed relatively the same, which is hilarious because I mean he's an all NBA player now. But to just have someone else like on the pick and roll to give the ball to and not have to worry about what's gonna happen or not have to go chase the ball to get it back. Unbelievable. Like it's just when this team is healthy, when you get Cam Johnson back, when you get Christian Brown back, when you get Aaron Gordon back, I mean, I do not see how this team loses in the playoffs. And
Yeah.
we'll see what happens tomorrow because that's a big game against OKC. Both teams are banged up right now. But man, I'm like, I feel so confident that this is a championship team right now.
No, I agree. Yeah, dude, like Murray just completely getting hounded, and like this is really the peak of Murray. I mean, like contested mid-range shots, step back threes, step back mid ranges, these spins in the post, like his post work, his footwork in the post is amazing. Um, yeah, I'm like, I just can't believe that this is the same guy as the guy on like Team Canada a year ago or whatever. I'm like, it's insane how much he's improved from back then to where he is now. Dude, speaking of contested shots with Spencer Jones, I mean Tim Hardaway, he's probably the best shooter I've ever seen on the Nuggets. I was thinking to myself watching that game, I'm like, this had to be like what watching J.R. Smith really had to feel like because I kind of missed that era. I'm like, this had to be like what watching J.R. Smith had to feel like on the Nuggets. Like, and it can't be taken for granted. I mean, it is like, bro, his shots are so difficult, man. Like the one there's one that I was thinking about in the corner. It's a bad pass. Like pretty much he catches it at his right foot and he just goes up from his right foot all in one motion up to the basket and nails it. I'm like, bro, that shot is extremely difficult and he just outdoes himself like every single game pretty much with these crazy shots and six man of the year campaign starts now. I
He really should get
before
more for that.
I know I have this ticket. I need to like, bro. I need to like start tweeting or something, dude. Try to get Tim Hardaway the six man of the year because I put $10 on him. It wins 600. It was like plus 6,000 for him to win six man of the year. Naz Reid's the favorite, but dude, he's having. I mean, he's having an insane
He's having
year.
the best. This is the best season of his career. Like legitimately, this is the
Yeah,
best season he's had. Efficiency wise, scoring wise, it's not the best, but efficiency wise, it is the best season of his career. He is at 40.1%. Oh my god. Um, he's at 89.6% from the free throw line, 14 points a game. The last time when he was averaging 14, his career high was in 2018-2019 season. He averaged 18 and a half. He was part of the Porzingis trade, so he went from New York to Dallas that year. In New York, he was averaging 19 a game, but he's doing it on 16 shots and he's shooting 39% from the field. Like he was just
right,
a chucker.
right.
But now he's in a condensed role. Even last year was a condensed role. He started 77 games for a good Pistons team who are now the best team in the Eastern Conference. Averaged 11 a game, but was still like 37% from three, 40% from the field. Like not insanely efficient. Obviously, for the shots he takes, that's good. But this season, 45% from the field. That's a career high. The career, like not the career high. And 40.1% from three, which would be a career high as well. He's never shot above 40% from three. Closest he
Yeah,
got was in 2021 with Dallas at 39. Like, on 7 attempts a game off the bench, this is like Denver has not been. Where would they be without him? Like I'm just thinking, Denver knew they needed shooters, and they were just like,
yeah.
let's just get this a supercharged one and just let him rip. And he's been doing this without Jokic too, and I can't even believe now like he's gonna play with Jokic and get even more open looks. And oh my god, yeah, he's incredible. I mean, he's top 20 in career threes made now, which is hilarious.
Wow,
Um,
wow.
so
That's crazy.
insane player.
I mean,
Insane
I
player.
like on the Mavericks when you kind of think about like similar roles, like this pretty much the role that he had on the Mavericks back in the day, and like
Yeah.
um he would get hot or whatever, and it would just be like, damn, this guy can't really like miss right now. But then there would also be stretches where he would like literally be airballing like shots, and you really don't like see that anymore. You don't like his I feel like his shot diet, there's some instances where it's like, well, that's like a crazy shot or whatever, but then he makes it. But like I feel like they are pretty smart shots, like in the flow of the offense for the most part. And like when you shoot that smart, his averages are gonna go up like percentage wise. He's not taking these crazy air ball threes that he used to. And so I don't know. I feel like he dialed it in, but and just got better. It's crazy. I mean,
He's so good.
I really like I really hope it doesn't regress, but I don't think it will regress just with the looks he's getting. But I was also thinking to myself last night, I'd be like, it would really suck if this guy got cold in the playoffs, dude, because I don't know where they would be at without him. And if
Yeah.
he does end up getting cold in the playoffs, that's scary. But like I just can't like think that way, whatever.
Yeah. No, I like he is so important to this team right now. I mean, he is like probably legit. I mean, it just depends. I don't know how they're gonna use Christian Brown when he's back. Um, because yeah, if Christian Brown is back, like you probably do have to bring him off the bench. You can't bench Peyton Watson at this point.
Yeah.
I know, understand Christian Brown is making 25 million a year, but you cannot bench Peyton Watson. There's no way. Peyton Watson is this version of Peyton Watson is better than any version of Christian Brown has been. Even though Christian Brown had an incredible year last season, you can't do that. So Tim Hardaway is now what? Your seventh man, eighth man, maybe? Like, that's nuts. That's insane. And to top it off, Bruce Brown seems like he's starting to get into a rhythm again, which I mean
I
it sucks.
know.
The
I
All-Star break
know.
is coming in, but he has played. He
I
was
know.
I was at a point where I was like, yo, you gotta take him out of the rotation when people get back because he is not good. But he has really dialed it in. It seems like he got some fresh legs or something because he
I
is
know.
getting to the rim so easily, and he's playing like Bruce Brown should. He's not camping on the perimeter. He's stopped doing that stupid floater from like 20 feet away. He's like actually getting the rim and doing it. His defensive activity has been great. He's been awesome over the last week, week and a half. Very much needed for him.
He's been
And
shooting it like better. Like those corner threes are finally starting to drop for him.
and they look confident. Like he's shooting
Yeah.
them when he gets them. Like
Right. Right.
before, he would shoot him and it's just like you could tell he doesn't want to take it because he's like, like of course it's like I guess I have to take it. I guess I should if I'm
Yeah.
wide open. Now he's like, oh, I'm open. I got the ball. Let me shoot it, and they're going in. And he's uh, a much more condensed role for him as well. He's been good, and I mean Val. This is the crazy part about this last month stretch. Like Denver did most of it without any center. Like Deron Holmes and Zeke Naji were playing center. And that was it. That was all they had for so long, and they were
I mean,
winning these games.
they couldn't rebound the ball. They literally couldn't rebound the ball, and they still like managed to win these games.
Yeah.
Like the lack of the big man really showed up, and it's crazy. Yeah, I like I really don't. I don't know. We'll see on Sunday tomorrow night. Although both teams are missing a lot of players, it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
But
both teams are really hurt.
like I really do feel like this is the best team in the league, and like I mean we haven't even really seen them at all really in full strength. That's the only thing that like concerns me. It's like, dude, this is the chemistry. I mean, it's gonna be fine. Obviously, like between Jokic, Murray, and Gordon is gonna be fine. But Cam Johnson really struggled in the beginning of the season, and is that gonna happen
Yeah.
again when he gets reinserted the lineup? Is Aaron Gordon gonna have anything like close to what he started the year, like his best season ever? Can he
Mm,
be like 90% of that? When in those games that he's come back after suffering the first initial injury, which I can't even remember, that was such a long time ago. Um,
yeah.
like he was shooting it so well before then, and he hasn't shot it well since. And so, like, can he have enough time to recalibrate his shot before the playoffs and not re-injure his hamstring again? Like, I don't know. That'll be tough. And then obviously Christian Brown has had a miserable year, but so he'll need to somehow step it up, and he's missing out on a lot of time too. So like that's the one thing I'm concerned about. But man, the way that everybody else is stepping up is just crazy to see, and like maybe it makes up for the lack of the chemistry between all those players
Yeah.
in the starting lineup.
I mean, I think it's like you knew that there were going to be a lot of silver linings out of this stretch. Like you knew Denver was like, okay, hey, Peyton Watson's going to get a lot of on-ball reps. Like he's going to improve. You're going to see what you have in Zeke. You're going to see what you have in Deron Holmes. Like Spencer Jones is going to get a lot. Jalen Pickett's going to like these guys. Like you thought, like okay, there's a chance these guys are going to start to improve, or at the very least, you're going to see what you have in them, and you can make a decision towards the trade deadline what you have to do with them. Are you going to trade Peyton Watson? Are you going to trade Pickett? Are you going to trade Zeke? Like you have these ideas that you can get to him. That was the best case scenario that happened because not only did all of those guys play well and all those guys improve and show like, hey, we can contribute to winning basketball. They were winning, and so you don't lose any ground because San Antonio lost today. Denver's the 2 seed. They were the 3 seed when
I
Jokic got
know.
hurt. That doesn't make any sense. That they have now gotten better, and
And the one like
the
it's just
chemistry thing is part of it. But like these guys' improvements long term in a championship run is going to be so much more helpful than had everyone had just stayed healthy. We don't
true.
know.
Dude, imagine like just how sick you would be if you traded Peyton Watson and then all of a sudden he just starts doing this. Oh my god, I'll be sick to my stomach. You'd be
You would have
averaging
done
like
that and MPJ. And you
I
would have
know.
seen both of them doing this. That'd
Yeah,
been nuts. Like And could you also imagine if this like last year's team had injury luck like this? Because they didn't have bad like Aaron Gordon was in and out. Jamal Murray wasn't healthy for a lot of the season. But like imagine Jokic is out for a month.
Oh
And
my God.
who even was playing backup center last year? I don't even know. Most of the season was Aaron Gordon. So Aaron Gordon's out. And MPJ also gets injured. Christian Brown also gets injured. And then like that team would have like they would have been the number one overall pick. Like they would have been so bad. And now like the depth, the additions that they made, I understand it sucks seeing MPJ play like this because like you watch him play and you're like, Denver used him so wrong. Like Michael Malone
Uh-huh.
did not use him properly whatsoever. Um, but seeing what you're getting in return for him, freeing up the cap space to go get like Valanciunas has solved the bench. The bench is solved because of Valanciunas now. You're able to go get Tim Hardaway. You're able to go get Bruce Brown. Cam Johnson has like he was before he got injured. There was like a month stretch. He was good. Like he was starting to figure it out a little bit. So I'm I am like delusionally high on what this team can be come come April and May. So we will see what happens because I think I legit think this is a championship team. And it just depends on what happens, what draw they get in the playoffs. Um, they can avoid OKC until the last round. I mean, I think this is a championship team.
Yeah. It would have been Dario Saric last year carrying the squad
Oh my god.
without any of the centers. Him and
Well,
DeAndre
I
Jordan.
mean, oh yeah, it would have been DJ. It would have been like because either let's say if one of DJ or Dario gets injured,
Yeah.
like what do you do? Like what are you supposed to do? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I am man, I'm so happy. I'm like that was the first time in so long that I was like happy to watch a Nuggets game. And
I was
man,
really excited.
offense is getting so easy.
Tomorrow, the Thunder are favored by 5 points. I don't know. I feel like that's obviously Jokic on the minutes restriction. Like it makes sense, but like AJ Mitchell's out for them, Caruso's out for them. They're pretty cold. Um, I feel like they are like kind of I don't know due for like a dominating type of win they haven't had in a long
Yeah,
time, which
yeah.
I'm a little worried about. But I mean they've lost 3 out of 4. They're not playing well right now. To be favored
Hmm.
by 5, I feel like it's a little crazy. But yeah, Jokic will probably be limited to like 25 minutes again. But
Hmm.
he'll close the game, obviously. I don't know. Should be an interesting one. Yeah, like as I said, it does suck that both teams are missing a lot of players. Like I don't know how much you can really take from this game,
Yeah,
but it would be really awesome to beat them, obviously. Um, so I don't
yeah.
know. We'll see.
We'll see. It will. I mean, that's going to be a big time matchup on national television too. You're probably getting the A crew for that. I don't know who else is the NBC game. Oh,
It's got to
Lakers
be
Knicks actually.
Tarico,
That was
right? Oh damn,
Lakers Knicks is getting the main crew,
bruh.
so they're getting Trico. I assume. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, OKC is still missing less than what Denver is. I do just need to point that out. Like I guess. Well, I mean, Jalen Williams being out is big, but like you're missing Mitchell and Caruso. Denver is missing starters, like legit starters.
Yeah.
I think yeah, Johnson, Brown, and Gordon are more impactful than Mitchell, Williams, and Caruso. Though Caruso is going to be very helpful. That I actually am very excited to watch basketball without that. I am worried about Lou Dort a little bit, just just from a targeting standpoint. We'll see how that goes. Um,
I'm scared.
but
Like, dude, Murray's definitely gonna be hobbling around this game.
yeah, yeah.
Shit.
But again, I mean, could you imagine if Jokic wasn't back for this game? Like, oh my God, Murray would have been hell. I mean, he's been in hell for a
Yeah,
month,
for
but
real.
he would have been. This would have been the peak of it. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see how it looks. I am excited for the sole reason because Denver's spacing is good now. Like Denver's spacing is good. You're gonna see how Peyton Watson reacts. It's gonna be a playoff atmosphere either way because OKC needs a win. Like OKC really, really needs a win. This would be a big one on the road against the second seed. Um, So we'll see, man. I'm excited, and having Val is going to be huge. Denver is at such a size mismatch, and I also do think that's going to help long term. Going back to Aaron Gordon,
Mhm.
um, having Val back is going to help a ton because when Gordon was playing, he was playing center. When they brought him back, he was the center, and I do think that put a lot of unnecessary strain on his hamstring,
Yeah.
and just on his lower body, having to be that physical inside. So I think when he does come back, he's going to be playing like a small forward type of role. I don't think they're going to put him in and have him bang down low that much. It's going to be helpful, man. I'm excited. I'm just so excited to see how this team is when they're fully healthy. The biggest hurdle is just going to be what are they going to do with Christian Brown? How do you use him? Everyone
I
else is
know.
kind of plug and play and figure it out, and they know what they're doing. But Christian Brown, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that'll be. I mean, like. We'll see how well he does in like the minutes restriction because that could be like the best way he's used is like it sucks to say because he was really good last year, but it's just like bursts
Mhm.
of minutes of like energy because man, just knowing that you have all these different options like Watson and Hardaway and you're seeing Christian Brown in the corner, like, they're just kind of leaving him and it's just like I don't know, you could put in one of these guys and he'll nail the three. So it sucks about him like that, but um I mean, who knows? Like, really, hopefully he all of a sudden gets, whatever Peyton Watson got or Tim Hardaway got and starts shooting it, and Aaron Gordon got and starts shooting it really well. Uh, that would be
Yeah,
awesome, but I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I think even then, like Denver can surround lineups when Brown's out there with spacing to where he's not going to be a detriment. But the other thing is like he's not a dude like if he's being unguarded, he's going to go make a play. He's going to drive the open space or
Yeah.
like be able to do something because he is a great finisher. Like when he actually is healthy, he's a very very good finisher. Um, it's not like it's not like Peyton last year where they're just like legitimately not caring about what he's doing, and even when he doesn't get the ball, you don't know what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
we'll see, man. We'll see. But this is so much depth. I mean, someone's gonna have to come out of the rotation. I mean, Pickett is coming out of the rotation for sure. Spencer is coming out of the rotation. Julian's in the rotation right now. He'll probably come out too. But like, I'm imagining a bench lineup, at the very least, a stagger where you have Murray ball handling or Watson, and then it's Bruce. It's I guess Tim, Christian Brown. That's not that. Okay, I would go my stagger. I guess then it would be Peyton, Bruce, Tim, CB, and then Valanciunas. And I think that's
Yeah.
enough size
Yeah.
down there, and then that's enough spacing, it's enough shooting, it's enough on-ball creation. I think I would hope
Right.
at least,
No, that sounds
especially with
like a
Peyton
good
and Bruce, I think
lineup.
it's good. But you could also mix and match. I mean, when AG's back, you have AG be in there with Val. That would be. I mean, no one's getting a rebound against you in that scenario.
Yeah.
You put Peyton out there too. Have Bruce and CB up there or Tim. Like it's a great problem to have. Last year, you just knew exactly who was going to play, and you're like, well, let's see if we can survive them. Now it's like, okay, you're going to be able to win these minutes. Like you're not just surviving, winning them. That's such a it's been so long since that's happened in Denver. Very
And the
excited.
other
I'm very very excited.
The other thing that I've honestly like never felt with the Nuggets is like just how they can really be like a shut down like defensive team at times.
Hmm.
Like when they really want to. I mean, there's cases like, it'll be Spencer Jones in there with Peyton Watson and then Bruce Brown, and they're all like kind of hounding that area. I'm like, dude, I mean, that's like a really tough like defensive lineup out there that I feel like the Nuggets have never really had. Like it's like a lot of the time it's just like, oh, let's hope Aaron Gordon can guard this guy one on one, and that's literally our best defense. Now we've got like real like hounds out there that I mean I feel like is a game changer for like the ceiling of the defense when Jokic is out of the ball game, like just keeping it close, obviously.
Yeah, they have versatility defensively too. Like that's again something that hasn't happened in so long. Being able to throw different people out there around Jokic and knowing that it's going to be fine is
Yeah,
is awesome. Knowing that you can have Jamal and Jokic out there, your defense is going to be good, not
yeah,
just like
yeah,
passable, is huge. Because I do like teams know it, and Denver does it too. they're going to attack your worst defenders. That's just what's going to happen. Jokic is going to get put in pick and rolls every single time. But now they have help defenders who can go. They have guys who are going to rotate off the back end way more. And the point of attack is way, way better than it was last year. And even like Tim Hardaway, the concern that I had with Tim Hardaway when you signed him is like, okay, he's very, very streaky, but he's going to get the most open looks he's had in his life playing next to Jokic. The shooting was
Mm-hmm.
not going to be a problem. It was, okay, what is he going to do on defense? He has not stuck out in a bad way at
Right.
all
Right.
defensively. And that's been huge. Same with Jamal. Like Jamal has been good at times in one-on-one coverage. And he's been on mismatches, but he's held his own. He's done a great job. I
He's getting
don't
really
think
good at
there's
like
any.
he's getting good at like scripting the ball, I've noticed.
Yeah,
Like when guys are
yeah.
going
When
up
he
to
has a
lay it up.
switch,
Yeah.
yeah, when he
Yeah.
has a switch, he's gotten very, very good at that. And man, it's just a good team. It's just a really freaking good team. And it's a very balanced team. And all of it, I want to make this as obvious as I can. All of it is because of Peyton Watson's leap that he has made over the last month. If Peyton Watson was just how he was the start of the season, where it's okay, he's an improved shooter, he's a good defender, but we don't really know what else he's providing outside of that. His on ball is like slightly improved. Then you're thinking, okay, what are we gonna do? Like we still have some issues here, but Peyton Watson, like he's doing everything. He had a play yesterday where I mean he's isoing against Zubac, who's a elite defender, and he gets exactly the shot that he wants in the mid range. And that mid range has been a good shot from over the past, but now it's like it's
Yeah.
automatic when he
I
gets
know.
it on the elbow and he's open and he gets it off the crossover. Like he's gonna make it every single time from the three, above the break, on the wing, at the top of the key, at the top of the yard, from the corners. Like everything looks so smooth and confident for him. He- I did not think he was going to be this good. There's no way. I thought he'd have to go to another team to look this good, if at all. It's just unbelievable.
Right.
He's so good. It's just ridiculous.
It
It's
is.
ridiculous.
Only 23 still. I mean, dude.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like my pitch to Peyton in my head is like, all right, bro, if you want to go to LA, you're still only 23. Like, why not just sign a 5-year contract here and just go to LA when you're 28, bro? Like, it's the same, like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. And you, like, go to LA when Jokic is old, That's my
Mhm.
pitch to him.
That's what I think trying to convince people to stay in Denver should be so easy because it's like, dude, you're gonna have the easiest offense of your entire life when you
Yeah.
are here. And I think the only thing that's gonna hold Payne back is the fact that he has Rich Paul as his agent now. I think that is the only thing because Rich Paul is gonna be like, get your ass to LA right now. And Rich Paul is very, very good at his job. The second he signed with Clutch, I was like, this is that's the right decision to make. Like, I'm not going to be mad at Peyton if he leaves and he goes and gets, you know, 25, $26 million a year next year. Because, yeah, he should go do that. That's his job. Like, you don't get an extension, go make the team that didn't pay you regret it. But I'm just worried that he's going to be kind of forced to go to LA.
But
Well, of course, I know he wants to go there too, but
let's hope if LeBron leaves LA, then Rich Paul will be like, all right, you don't have to come to LA right now. Like,
yeah,
because,
wait.
like if LeBron signs a 1-year contract, they're going to be like, all right, we need literally everybody that we can get, all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Peyton Watson now. Like, let's just hope LeBron goes to Cleveland and then hopefully that Rich Paul LA stuff stops. But I genuinely believe that they will re-sign him. Like, they know. Like Kroenke's, they know. I think that they only gotta pay this insane amount of money for like 5, 6, hopefully 7 or 8, honestly more years of Jokic like being a good basketball player.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the way that these guys like KD, like, bro, Jokic is better than KD. He can definitely play till he's like 38, 40 years old if he wants
Oh,
to.
easily. It's just if he wants to. That's like,
I know.
is Jokic gonna want to spend that much time playing basketball? I don't know. I know he loves it, but it's like he has other priorities in life. And especially when his kids are like at like a sentient age to like be able to interact with them, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna want to spend time with them rather than playing basketball every single day. So I'm expecting Jokic like I'm giving Jokic another like 5 years. That's my thought process behind it.
Right. Same with me.
But
Same with me.
like, I hope the Crockies can kind of understand that because I think part of like everyone is thinking, oh, Denver's going to make these trades to duck the tax. I do think that is part of what it is, but I also think it's because listen, we need as much money as we can so we can keep Peyton Watson on the roster next year.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's the bigger thing that they're thinking about. And I know for sure the coaching staff and the front office is also telling the owners, like, yo, like we're gonna try and do these things. Yeah, so you guys have to pay less money, but it's also we have this all-star. Like if he was playing like this the whole year, that's an all-star. Like legitimately, if he's averaging
22,
whatever he has
whatever.
done over the last like in the month of January, he was at like 23 points, like 6 rebounds, shooting very, very efficiently. That's an all-star. Like if you put that over a
Wait,
whole season.
speaking of All Star, that's announced tomorrow.
I think so, yeah. And Jamal's
Dude,
if
I'm
Jamal
so
is not
excited
announced
for
as an
that.
all-star, then
Oh my God, my heart will break. But I really think he will be, and I'm
yeah,
so excited for that. Like,
yeah.
man,
Same.
it's it's crazy, just like the journey that he's been on, and to finally reach this point that we all thought like he could, but it's just like inconsistency early in his career, and then the injuries. To see it finally come to fruition is just so like amazing to see, and it just raises the Nuggets ceiling so like much higher.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Just having this. I mean, even last like I thought he had a quiet game last night, but I mean 20 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, went
well,
four
he only
flash from
took
three,
10. He
7
only
of 10.
took 10 shots,
Yeah.
and
And he was just and this is the thing that I love about him this season that I've definitely noticed. He is such a point guard this season now.
oh yeah,
Like the last however long he's been in the league, 8 years, he's been number two to Jokic, but it's been like Jokic is the point guard. Jamal is kind of just he's a table setter, but he's not running the offense. No, like Jamal right now, it feels like he has just as much of a say in what is happening and what's being dictated on the court as Jokic does. Um, he's obviously not as good at it, but he's dictating just as much of what is happening when he's on the floor as Jokic is because he has to. Like he's been that good.
yeah.
So
Dude, there needs to
he's been
be.
incredible.
I think there needs to be a new position name like that. What you were saying, like, reminded me of like what is SGA's real position? It's like him and then Murray when he was with Jokic. They're not like point guards, but they're also not shooting guards. Devin Booker, I
It's
guess. Like
like
Darren
a
Peterson
combo. I feel
coming. Yeah,
like a combo guard is kind of
yeah,
how it
yeah.
is. I don't like that. I don't like because they're not like they're definitely more they're
I know.
more of one than the other. I don't think they're more of shooting guards than they are point guards. So
I don't really know what they are. But I
yeah,
do feel like Luca though is like a point guard because I feel like he
yeah, Luka's a
does.
point guard. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I
Whatever.
don't know. Yeah, it's awesome. But he's incredible. We'll see how he looks tomorrow. I'm also excited to see what the defensive game plan is tomorrow because in the playoffs it was Christian Brown 101, help heavy zone. Like they switched it up a ton. So I'm interested to see what they do uh, this time around. We'll see, man. We will see. And if they do make a trade, I mean, it's not gonna be anything big, obviously. It's just gonna be some trims around the edges, but still be exciting. They still could get some players back who might be able to help them this year, especially with Aaron Gordon out for another month and a half. We'll see, man. I'm excited. This is the best Nuggets team of my lifetime and yours. We've been saying it the whole season, and even then, like even though Cam Johnson sucked to start the season, even though like there was some wonky stuff going on, like it wasn't perfect. Denver was off to the best start in franchise history when this team
Yeah,
was healthy. And
yeah. It's
now
very
the
well.
guys on the edges are even better. And you're gonna have these guys for having fresh legs for the rest of the season. I don't see how this isn't the best regular season in Nuggets history at the very least.
Yeah.
Um, we'll see what happens in the playoffs. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. This is as perfect as we could have hoped for.
I know, right?
With a month without Jokic. Perfect as we could have hoped for.
I mean, the schedule worked out perfectly. The opponents
Yeah.
losing worked out perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's that sort of year. That sort of
I
year.
hope.
Destiny,
I hope.
destiny type of year.
I hope. It just depends on Aaron Gordon. That's kind of the biggest thing. It depends on what Aaron Gordon's going to look like um, coming into the season. So, or coming into the playoffs. Can he play 25, 26 straight games without being hurt? I don't
Right.
know, but he's going to have to. But Denver has the insurance. If he has to miss a couple games, I think Denver is going to be able to hang on to it. So it's exciting. It's exciting. That's
Yep.
all we got. I have to make dinner. I'm starving.
Same. Me too.
But the Nuggets are good. Moral of the story: Nuggets are incredible.
The
And
Broncos
they're
are good
excited to see
too.
what's tomorrow.
I'm still
Broncos are
proud.
good
I'm
too.
still proud to wear my Broncos stuff. They're a good team.
Me too. Me too.
Um,
I'm excited. I'm excited. The last 5 years, every time I say a Broncos fan, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Now I say I'm a Broncos fan, they're like, "Oh man," 'cause they
I
know they're
know.
good.
I
They
know.
know where
I
that
know.
team is. We'll
Rockies
see. We'll
making
see what
moves.
happens in the off. Man, go get Jalen
Rock.
Waddle, please.
I know. Rockies
Go get
making
Jalen.
moves.
They're not an embarrassment anymore. They're actually kind of solid. They know it. Look, Moneyball,
Well.
Moneyball for Denver. Ew, oh my God, Katie just got the
Oh,
ugliest
are
thing.
you, dude, I'm watching the same thing right now. That's why I said that's. I was like, I said KD earlier. That's because I was watching him. He reminded me.
Yeah.
Wow, 103 now. Damn. Uh, well, all right. Watch the end. I'll watch the end of this game, and make some dinner. It was
Alrighty.
great talking.
Yes, it's been a while. We need to be more consistent. But here we go.
Yeah. Damn, that was a nice pass. All right.
Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Peace.
See you.
Oh, there's